Hi guys, it's Ashley here today and welcome back to my channel. So today we are here in Strangerville. We're doing the second part of this Let's Play. So Dana has just arrived home from work and I decided to bring her to the bar. The reason for this is because I wanted her to talk to some personnel, military personnel. And the reason for that is because in the second part of her aspiration, she needs to find out some more information. So I'm trying to find the key card, or how I find the key card to the secret lab. So that's what we do. We try to work up with this information, and that girl lets us know that if somebody has enough evidence, they might be able to get a key card to the lower floor of this lab. So that gave me a little reassurance. Right, I need to go back to the lab and get some more information, which was great. So we kind of just hang around in the bar a little bit, and I actually meet another fella. I can't even remember his name because actually I end up changing it. So we talk to him and he does basically let us know that if you are level 5 in the military career, you can just request this key card, which I wasn't in this part. I was only level 3, so that was, and I was like, I want to play the game, so I want to figure out what happens, so we need to do it quite fast. So I didn't have time to really wait about, so I end up going back home, or let her just sit and talk to him for a wee bit, get to know people. She didn't really know very many people, she knew a few but not very many. So that's what she does, she sits and talks away, and then I'm just like, right Dana, let's go home, we have work to do. So I bring Dana home, and in this part I just decided that would actually get her to do the daily tasks for her career. I thought may as well get her career over and done with, or get that task out of the way so I don't have to really look at it. So at that part, that's why she goes marching around. So she does. I find it so funny sometimes with the wee like aspirations. So you have to spar with somebody, you have to march, you have to tell people orders and stuff. It's so funny. So, and it's actually quite funny that she actually does a march around the actual Strangerville lot. Like not just does she do it at her home, she goes the whole way around the place, which is quite funny. But there wasn't really much else. The only other thing probably that I would state is she doesn't really have that much money. Obviously I started off with quite low funds. I did do up the house a little bit with as much money as I could. But the only other thing was she was doing the diggable lots. So whenever I got her showered and all, I got her to go to the secret lab, which is where she arrives. So in the aspiration, she has to collect 15 pieces of evidence. She has to compile a Strangerville secret dossier, and she has to open the sealed door. That is to complete the thing, that part of the aspiration. So the reason why, so as you can see, the little evidence that is selectable is what she is collecting, and this will help you collect the secret dossier. And the secret dossier basically is, if you like give it to the curious shop owner or the military personnel or scientists, they will then request, or you can request the key card from them. So that's mainly what that's why I'm collecting the evidence for. So when I get back from the secret lab, that's what I planned to do. Go over to the curious shop owner who only lives across, like down the street from me, not that very far. And I'm trying to figure out, like, where do I actually go? Why can't I, like, click on it? Can't I get the secret information or the key card? So I run over, I figured it out, and what happened was I hit the M button, and as I hit the M button, he closed the shop. I was raging, I was human. So instead what I get her to do is just to read a book, because her health was fine, she had nothing else really to do, so that's what I did. And I also ended the Harvest Fest, because I couldn't really be bothered with it. Couldn't be bothered with them gnomes, so I just sell them. Once I do that, Dana goes off to work then. So she does. So I let her continue on going off to work. And when I then kind of figure out, like, okay, right, I want her to do the diggle stuff when she comes home. So I have it on fast lot. I noticed I had missed a gnome, so I went and sold it again, because they actually give you money for them, which is great. So that's what I do. And also another wee thing is, I actually was getting fed up having to travel to different community lots to do exercise and stuff, or to get her skills up. So you will see me buying a treadmill. So when I buy the treadmill, originally I placed it on the outside of the fencing area, and then I thought that's a bit silly having it out there. Why not just put it in her yard? So what I do is behind the wee like seated area over there, the two seats, I take away the white bench and I place the treadmill in there. So I do. It just makes it easier for me to let her gain her skills really fast, instead of me having to travel to the Willow Creek and stuff like that. So she basically does the digable stuff when she comes home from work. I get her to work out because that, as I said in the previous bit, I want her to max out the skill as quickly as possible. I want to get the level higher, and so I do. It's a really enjoyable thing, but once you do it, you'll sort of only do it once. I don't know if you could do it again. You might be able to if you really liked it that much. But yeah, it does take a bit of time recording and stuff for this pack, because obviously if you have a job, your sim is still trying to work and you're trying to keep her needs up. Well, obviously you can cheat the needs, but it still doesn't make the day go any faster if you can't get information from people. So and also it's very important with your leveling up in the career. So I just try to keep getting her to do her daily tasks and skill level. But you will also see that I think at this process that the fella Terrell, I think that's how you say his name, calls, and I click X off it because obviously I don't have time for him to come over right now because I want her to continue to work out. But yeah, so I just wanted to try and, I think it was to try and get her daily skills up. I can't even remember what it was. I don't know why I continued to get her work out. So then I get her to take a shower, I think. Did I? Oh no, I get her changed and then I invite Terrell over. And the reason why I invited him over was because I was thinking, if I make him my friend, maybe he will be able to give me the key card, as I've heard that level 5 or anyone higher than level 5 or scientists or any other career will be able, or military or scientists will be able to give you the key card. So you pretty much have to make friends with these people because you'll not be able to ask them any other way, or they probably won't give you to unless you give them money or something like that. But yeah, so that's what we kind of currently do, and we're just sitting talking to him, try to get as much information, and we also make friends with him. And the funniest thing I always find is to get their friendship up a wee bit higher, you can get them to stargaze, which I find is hilarious. Like, imagine going up to a person like, hey, let's stargaze together. Let's be best friends. So I got a wee bit bored of that, so that's why I clicked off. I was like, oh, I can't be bothered. So we get him to chat a wee bit more, we try to get to know him a little bit better, we sort of figure out a couple of his traits. I don't know if I find them all out at that time, and then I was like, right, let's just ask him. Which I think I do after, so after she does all this, I think once they sit down again, I asked him, can you give me the information that I need to know? Which is what she does now, I think. Or maybe it's in a minute or two. I know she asks him the question, so whenever he gives me the information, he basically says, look, I really shouldn't be doing this, but it seems like it could really help with this terrible situation. Take the card, this will open all the doors in the secret lab. Just be careful, no one has been down there since we shut it. That's it for the day, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed this series, and I'll catch you guys in this one. Bye guys.